Good evening. Let's start the OTAKING seminar. Today is November 11th. I heard that it's Baki Day. Some people celebrate to commemorate the snack food. Today, we'll continue on Porco Rosso. Thank you for the comment. Good evening to you too. Okay. In today's 45-minute free part, I'll give you an answer on what happened between Porco and Gina. After watching Porco Rosso, many people should wonder, so, what happened between Porco and Gina? I'll give you an answer. The next topic, why is he a pig? Maybe a little introduction of this topic. The full description of this will be in the paid part. The answer to why is Porco a pig? And I'll be talking about some small facts for appreciating the film 10 times more. So today's lecture will be roughly divided into 3 parts. I see Porco Rosso. I see this as an autobiographical novel of Hayao Miyazaki. The autobiographical novel is a literary genre where the story is linked to the author's personal experiences and feelings. This is quite a popular style in Japanese literature. When I was in junior high and high school, I was forced to read this stuff in Japanese language class, and I didn't like it. I mean, you can be a writer without experiencing interesting or exciting events, you know. Those people try so hard to write autobiographical novels using some kind of metaphor of their inner world. But I was a teenager and wanted to read stories. Stories with a series of exciting events. That's what I wanted. So I didn't quite get autobiographical novels. Still, Porco Rosso, which is obviously an autobiographical novel of Miyazaki, I enjoyed it a lot. He shared his inner world in the form of a well-made entertainment film. This is how I saw it, and I'll get into this later. But these autobiographical novel-like works, another typical example of which is Evangelion, a deep analysis on such works is not quite healthy. I mean, it can have a negative impact on your mental health. The perspective I'll be introducing to you, I mean, if you stick to this, you'll no longer be able to simply appreciate Ghibli films. You will lose the innocence of simply watching them. So, if you're a boy or a girl who sees or wants to see Porco Rosso as nothing more than a fun film with lots of funny events involving fun characters, I strongly recommend not watching this OTAKING seminar. But if you are a grown-up and enjoy seeing things in detail and in many perspectives, you can enjoy a deeper insight on the works. That's what I want to share. So please come back when you grow up. Okay, so today's lecture will be like a Ghibli analysis for grown-ups. Oh, and there is another reason why I told you that the work is an autobiographical novel. I have to warn you that there can be many cases where the author does not realize or thinks no one will realize what he or she hid in the autobiographical novel. So, if you ever meet Miyazaki in person, do not tell him what I told you. If you do that and crush or offend the artists, we are the ones who will pay the price. Please enjoy it with people around you, excluding Hayao Miyazaki. Feel free to talk about it with Toshio Suzuki, but not with Miyazaki, please. Okay, what happened between Porco and Gina? What is their story after the ending? I'll give you an answer to that. This is a cut from a scene quite close to the ending. Here we go. This side. Can I put it here? Okay. This image shows Fio's monologue. And did Gina win her bet? That's our secret. The answer is easy. It's shown in the film Porco Rosso. You see there is no one in this pavilion, indicating that no one knows what happened. This shows Fio going to Porco's... this scene shows Fio, in the end, all grown up, and she flies to Hotel Adriano on her jet. A plane supposedly designed by herself. Here you see... Okay, you see it here. Right here. There is a red plane docked. I think many people notice this. I want to introduce some other details I found in this scene. This is Fio's designed plane. It's quite nicely designed. Flaps are tilted down nicely. Air brakes are open, and these things on the front side, they're leading edge slats. These are for producing turbulence and thus producing lift for landing, and they are open. Quite intricate. Now, I'll show you the enlarged view. It's much easier to see. The enlarged view clearly shows Porco's plane. It's docked on this pier. This pier leads to Gina's... it directly leads to Gina's private garden. That's where this red Savoia is docked. So, when you simply watch this movie, you think that Porco must have returned to Gina. He visited Adriano in the daytime and turned back into a human. That's how you normally see what has happened to Porco and Gina in the end. Of course, you can see the ending in this way. As I mentioned earlier, it's like a multi-level structure, where each level takes you deeper toward the inside of the creator's mind. Nothing is wrong with the normal interpretation. After the duel, Fio kisses Porco with the messed up face, and that turns him back to human. This happy ending is fine. Even if he cannot turn back to human, he lives together with Gina. A slightly bittersweet ending. This is fine too. Still, Miyazaki has drafted an alternative ending, which branches off from the actual storyline from this point. This point with Fio's monologue that I just mentioned. After she says, "And did Gina win her bet?" That's our secret. According to what is written in the storyboard, a sudden jet whining sound cuts into the scene. Sorry for the portrait view. I know it's difficult to see. A jet airliner suddenly fills the screen like this, and Porco's plane overtakes it. You can see Porco's plane from the inside of the airliner. This thing with a contra-rotating propeller is flying faster than sound at super high altitude. And Porco giving a thumbs up while overtaking the jet plane, and then the movie ends. So this was the originally drafted... No, not originally. This was the final scene Miyazaki planned until the last minute. In Art of Porco Rosso, the officially published book showing artworks of Porco Rosso, on page 83, you can actually see the completed version of this scene.